Assalamualaikum and good greetings. So today I'll be watching a video titled Christian Man Converts to Islam in a Restaurant, Finally Takes Off His Cross. This video is by Sabil Ahmad, and I believe it will be another video of someone making their shahadah, officially becoming a Muslim. Without further ado, let's watch.
I was mentioning to him, he's such a blessed person that God gave him such a good name, number one. And number two, he's open-minded. He's listening with such sincerity. Very few people have that kind of an aptitude. And he has been mentioned the basics of Islam. Now today of his own choice, alhamdulillah, he said that he wants to embrace the faith of Islam.
Alhamdulillah.
So to embrace the faith of Islam, we need to recite the shahadah. So the shahadah, first we will do this in English, so you would understand. Then we can do the same thing in Arabic, right?
Okay.
I bear witness.
I bear witness.
That there is no other God.
There is no other God.
Besides one God, Allah.
Besides one God, Allah.
And I bear witness.
And I bear witness.
I bear witness.
I bear witness.
That Muhammad.
That Muhammad.
Peace be upon him.
Peace
be upon him.
Upon him.
Is the messenger.
Is the messenger.
Of Allah.
Of Allah.
Allahu Akbar. Now, looking at that, because I think I do wonder, is it helpful if the text of the whole meaning of shahadah is shown to a person before he actually make that declaration, because then at least he can get the understanding of the whole phrase. Of course, before even this, they already have been talking, and he already have acknowledged, and of course I believe state that he really believe already that Allah is one true God and Muhammad is the messenger of God. But yeah, because when you just reiterate or what was just being said portion by portion, I think it's better. I just think it's better if you can see, okay, then you can make the declaration without being confused of what did you say. Just my opinion. If that is, I think that would be better if implemented.
Give you a big hug.
Allah.
Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. It's an honor for me to stand next to a really special person, and his name is Brother
Gustavo.
Brother Gustavo, mashallah. Right? I'm in Dallas. I came here for a presentation on deconstructing atheism. Many people there. After the presentation, mashallah, I found Brother Gustavo coming and greeting me, and I was thinking, who is this brother? Never met him. Then I was a little bit concerned that he had a cross.
Yeah.
You had a cross, right?
Yeah. I have a cross, yeah.
You had a cross, and I was thinking, yes, Allah sent this brother so he can learn about Islam. But you were saying that you had some feeling in your heart to come to the masjid today, right?
But I was driving by, and then I just have a feeling like I gotta go I stopped by the mosque. So I looked at the time, I went to the app, if they have a service coming up, and then the service was shown on app, it's over already. But my feeling was still thinking, like, go over there, just stop by. Maybe there's nobody over there, but let me just stop by. So that's the reason about the time. I think that's God was, was pushing me to come and meet somebody special,
So you told your wife who is a Jehovah's Witness?
Yeah, my wife is a Jehovah's Witness. My kid will be going over there.
So the brothers from the masjid, before they dropped me to the airport, they said, Dr. Sabil, let's go and eat something, right? So we came here to Jimmy's Burger and Grill. Awesome food, by the way, right? Awesome food up there. And as we ordered the food, there was a conversation, mashallah. And Brother Gustavo, he was like really sincere. He wanted to learn about Islam. So I was he's sitting next to me. And then we had a conversation for like how long, maybe?
Wait, so meaning from him going to the masjid, that is an interesting story, right? Meaning what moved him to for whatever reason just to want to come to masjid. But I think that coincides with his speech at the masjid. But then stopping here, is it because there's not detail there whether it's a coincidence or they say that this brother want to talk some more, so we'll stop at this burger place.
15 minutes?
Yeah, perhaps 15 minutes. And then I explained to him the basics of Islam, right?
Right, yeah. So you guide me what Islam means, and then eventually understand what Islamic means, like, so detail by detail. And then as such, it helped me and it clears my mind, like what the Islamic that means. And, thank you so much. Like, I never knew what Islamic means, like, actually tell me.
Yes, so I took out my phone and I draw with a pen on the phone,
Yeah.
The history of Islam and the important ways that how Islam transforms the life of a person,
Right.
of a family and of society.
Yeah, I'm hoping because recently someone asked me why and how come I was so patient with the Islamophobes, etc. I never really look at it that way, but that question is interesting to me because some other Muslims sees me as why you are not being hostile towards these Islamophobes. When I react to Christian Prince or David Wood, etc. But because my target audience, or I'm hoping someone that may be watching this, is those who are in this condition, right? They have pure heart. It's just that they have never heard of it, they never know about Islam, etc. So it becomes an opener towards either other content in this channel or learning from someone knowledgeable like this in their place or nearby masjid, mosque, etc., whatever it may be, but it can become the starting point of a journey to becoming a Muslim. That's my hope, because I sincerely believe there's a lot of others, especially Christian, that have pure hearts, but they are never exposed to the truth of Islam. So that's my hope, that I can reach 1, 2, 3 at least throughout the lifetime of this channel. It would be worth it if someone started their journey just because they stumble upon any of the content. And even though I'm not the responsible person to explain everything about Islam, but to become a trigger point as well is such a huge thing in Islam, to be those person that is impacted any person in that way, right?
So alhamdulillah, after that 15 minutes, when I asked Brother Gustavo the question, are you now convinced that Islam is the truth? What did you say?
I said yes. I said yes. Right now I'm joining.
So
so that is interesting, because I think right now he is overwhelmed with getting this understanding, etc. Because I always think about it, meaning then after this what will happen, because he will go back and his wife maybe still is a Jehovah's Witness, and what would be that interaction afterwards, right? So I'm always interested also in that, because that's part of human life, and it is interesting to me, because I have never have to go to such episode in my life, of course, but I'm interested to know how especially people in the West go about maneuvering those kind of episode.
Before we started to eat, alhamdulillah, Brother Gustavo, he recited the shahadah and formally embraced the faith of Islam. Welcome to Islam, brother.
Thank you so much, and thank you everybody for supporting me and trying to bring me back to the really clear mind, and peace chairs.
Alhamdulillah. And my prayer and our prayer for our brother is that may Allah keep you and all of us guided in Islam.
Ameen.
My prayer is that now you have to learn more about Islam. Just like when you start a new job, you have to know, what assignment to do. How do you fulfill it?
Right.
You read and you ask people. Mm-hmm. So come to the masjid. We have classes in the Islamic Center of Irving. The brothers sitting up here are these are all our friends, our brothers, right? Mm-hmm. So be in touch with them. And my prayer is that not only you just start practicing Islam, you also start to become a scholar of Islam. Make that intention to read more. Just like you were curious, there are more people like yourself in the USA, in Africa, Angola, so many countries. So now you can be the teacher of theirs. But before you do all of that, start sharing the message of Islam with your wife, with your children, with your family.
Thank you,
Right.
thank you, thank you. I'll be doing that. Thank you so much.
Good. So welcome to Islam, brother. We are so happy for you.
Thank you.
And the cross that you have, now you can put it away. All right. Allahu Akbar.
Allahu
Welcome to Islam.
Akbar.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Thank you.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, it's good to see him smiling and happy, and perhaps because some of this video, meaning when we go to the backstory, they actually have been searching. Many of those instances where they eventually become Muslim, normally when we look back, they will say that they were searching, or they have certain unanswered questions, and then they found the answer in Islam. Hence why the joy, when a long search, finally you get the answer. Wallahu alam. I'm happy. Of course, this kind of video makes me happy to see someone entering Islam, entering the truth. And obviously, just like Brother Sabil said, that the journey is only starting, because you have to know what's the responsibility as a Muslim that obeys and submit to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, as well as, but of course the potential is huge as well. And we have seen all across where many new Muslim have become the agent of spreading the truth, spreading Islam to others, where they will be rewarded handsomely, inshallah. And hopefully this trigger also the Muslim that have never done anything, right? We haven't contributed anything, so sometimes we have been Muslim for all these decades, and this new Muslim actually will be rewarded much more. Of course, one is they are newborn Muslim, they do not have sin, the burden of, meaning all the sin were forgiven, but we, na'uzubillah, hopefully Allah forgive us for all our sin. That's number one. Number two is when they also share and become the agent of spreading the truth, the reward is much more. So I'm not saying it's sad, I'm not so sure what's the correct word, but we should become passionate to become the agent of spreading Islam, of da'wah, inshallah. Wallahu alam. And if you are not a Muslim and still watching up till this point, what do you think about this? And share your opinion. Would love to interact with you. That's it for today. Thank you for watching. See you next time.